Well, I'm trying to bring up the live chat here on my phone, but I can't get it yet, so just bear with me for a second. This is Tenacious Sports, and we are going to give some APBA soccer a whirl. I keep trying to refine my methods, and we'll have to see how this works. Manchester United, the next game on the schedule is um, is Manchester United hosting Everton. So we will go with it, and I'm trying to add as much stuff onto the screen. It's really tough because the footprint for APBA soccer is a bit spread out. There's a lot of cards, 11 on each team, and so whether or not anybody will be able to make out what's going on as far as the cards go, just doing the best we can. And I don't know why they. Wait. All right, let's see if Okay, well, a little bit of a false start there, but now we are ready to go as some distractions came up, but you have that in life. So yeah, Manchester United Everton. Not a whole lot of dice rolling in this game for me because, as you can see, um, there's a little window in the middle that has a number of different things. I kind of have different pieces of my well, what I call my helper view over here, which has um, it has some of the special action stuff here, but it's got all sorts of fun stuff here to kind of like move it along, including dice rolls and conversions in the as far as the numbers from free kicks to the team defense, and I have some of that stuff coming up here. So I'll be able to kind of help walk you through it, hopefully, as we go. Down here, I have this little mock-up condensed version of the field, so I can kind of move this around, and this is going to be the player for the team. And so if we got it here, that means the player 10 is in zone F, and so I'll just keep moving that around, and I'm going to keep stats off here to the side. One other thing I can do is bring up the league table view. Manchester United currently sits tied for first, but they're second on goal differential to Aston Villa. Like I told in a video last night, for some reason Aston Villa is just an extremely good team in this season. But, maybe they'll hit some rockier patches later on in the season. Everton is actually below where they finish with 11 games played. They're down at 16th, so should expect to see them play a little better. Will they be able to do anything here against the Red Devils? That remains to be seen. But, let's just mention the starting lineups here. So, the way I have this set up, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 8, 9, 10, 11. So, just to explain, we have Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, Harry Maguire, Edinson Cavani, Fred, Luke Shaw, who is one yellow away from a suspension, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Donny Van de Beek gets a rare start in the center midfield. Figured against a lesser team we could get away getting one of his starts in there. Eric Bailly, backline guy as well. As so your backline is Wan-Bissaka and Shaw on the outside, with Maguire and Bailly as the central defenders. Central midfield, Fred and Van de Beek. You have, let's see, what was this? This was a 4. I'm trying to think. It was 4-3-3. Anyway, Cavani, Greenwood would be on the outside with Fernandes, an attacking midfielder, Rashford, and then for Everton, again, it's sort of like the opposite. So Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Lucas Dean, Allen, Mason Holgate, Ben Godfrey, Yerry Mina, Michael Keane, and Jordan Pickford, the goalie. So, your back line, actually it's a back 5 here. Digne and Holgate are going to be your outside defenders, with Godfrey, Mina, and Keane being the 3 center. 2 forwards, Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, and then you have so it's 5-3-2, so 3 in the midfield, Sigurdsson, Doucouré, and the Allen is sort of the central midfielder, the ankle breaker, so to speak. You central midfielders are probably not going to be happy about that, but anyway, your holding midfielder, I guess, is what you would call Allen. So I haven't done any roll yet, although you do see right here it says dice. I'm going to hit refresh, and this will decide. We will take the first number. If the first number is 1, 2, or 3, it'll be Manchester United getting the ball first. 4, 5, or 6 will be Everton. So it'll be Everton getting the ball first in the first half. Manchester United will get the second half kick. So, let's see. Everton will have the first go of it, and we will. Oh, I guess one other thing to mention. I have some whoops, the wrong view. I'm not sure I exactly play the timing rules exactly like the APBA rulebook contends. I take a few little shortcuts. I feel like it helps the flow of the game, and it makes a little more sense. Does that mean it's exactly the way it should be? No. Read the rule book if you decide to play this game, and do it the way you feel. If you want to play it by the rules, that's awesome. I think you probably should, especially you should get used to those rules if you're going to go and play in like tournaments. Because, if I go and play in a tournament, it might be tough for me to readjust. But anyway, so I also have on another tab right here all the team data. So that's where we get the team defense. Now I can make adjustment to team defense based on, you have these. You have to have a certain number if you want to have your base team defense rating, which both teams do here. Manchester United's at a 22, so defenders are 3. We're 3 points. Midfielders 2, forwards 1, goalies don't count. And so that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait. 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think that's 21, and let's make sure of this. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23. 21 and 23. So I think I'll double check it, but I think pretty sure that as long as Manchester United doesn't go down one more point, 21 through 25 are 0 team defense adjustments. So 3 for Manchester United, 3 for Everton. So there's a little chart right here. We're going to be reading off team defense 3 for both teams the whole game, unless something changes, like a red card or some other substitution causes them to lose a point. For team rating is 4 for Everton on the road. So this is all based on it's provided with the game sheet. These are ratings that are provided. So Manchester United at home is 3 ratings. So Everton will get a little bit more possession based on this. And that gets factored into this loose ball chart. That's another lookup that comes up. So, anyway, let's go back to the table view and let's get moving. So, we're going to have kickoff, and I'm going to move. Oh, I also meant to show you one last thing. Some of the timing. So, I do have something here which shows possession. I have things that will increase the time without adding possession to either team. That would be something like a throw-in. Actually, throw-ins I'd probably give to the team, but like a goal kick, let's say. I don't really count that as much possession. The kickoff, I will give possession to Everton, and I'll give it to Manchester United when we start the second half. So, but let's go ahead. And so when I hit the up button for the timing, it will go up to the 30-minute mark, and it will change the dice. And I don't have the restarts bar there, but on the restarts, that's a kickoff, so that goes to B for Everton, and then B. I also don't have player control. I can't fit it all on. That'll be 6. So that's B6. So then we will re-roll. That's 24. So 6 is Allen. 24 is 46. We have to look on the chart for 46. And okay, the other thing I will show you in just a second. So 46 is out of bounds. So that's already into touch, and that'll be a throw-in for Manchester United. What I'm choosing to use for the teams, Manchester United is going to go with 4-4-2 offensive tactic. And if you can see those there. And then for Everton, we're going 4-5-1. So it's going to be a bit of a defensive game here, and that's kind of what I would expect from both of these teams. They play a little bit close to the vest. Manchester United can play a little more attacking when the game calls for it, but I think this is going to be one where they're going to try and they'll get their shots, but they're not going to go whole hog, because I think Everton is a bit more of a counterattack type team. So anyway, we'll see how that works out. Hi, Ron McGrath. Good to see you again. So the throw-in, that goes to D, and it'll be D3. And so we'll put that over here in D and find 3 on this 10-sided die. And then we will re-roll. 26 for Greenwood is 49, so that's going to be a foul suffered by Greenwood. So they're going to have a good chance at a free kick here. And then another thing you can't see here, I have, so the dice and the sum you see, they do generate off each other. I have a couple of other things. So one of the things that I use with this application is multiple dice rolls at the same time. So basically I'm generating a lot of this data as I go without having to re-roll. It's all, they don't, some of the, like I said, the dice and the sum is those two dice added together, but a lot of these things are independent. So in this case, player ID 3, we go to Everton, and then their third foul committed guy is Digne. And then we will do a refresh. Digne is he can get a red card here, but it's going to be, so that would be, that's okay, 16 is not a yellow. His high number is 15. So he avoids the yellow, but it's going to be a free kick for Manchester United, area D. Also, something that I didn't account for, I try to think through everything as I go, but or before I get on the air. But okay, so for free kicks, it's well, I think the free kick we work off of whatever is the player control chart. But corner kick takers, I am going to roll a D20 for that. So for United, 18 would be Bruno Fernandes, who is a corner kick A. And then for Everton, I have a little D20 chooser here, and I figure whoever goes will take it for the whole game. 7 is going to be Sigurdsson, who is also an A. All right, so let's do the free kick. Hi, Glenn. And like I said, we will let the player control chart. Now I'm wondering if I should try and see if I can squeeze that in here, because it's not far off. Let me see what I can do. Might be able to do it. Oops. Now, I don't want to mess around too much longer with it, but just figure the more info that's available to you guys, maybe the better off. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to move the home, and let's see. So free kick, direct free kick D. You can see that there. Let me get rid of that guy. There we go. All right. So it's going to be A1. So it's going to be Fernandez in A. Great chance here for the Red Devils. 23. That is a foul committed by Fernandez. That will end the rally. And player ID 6. So foul suffered by Sigurdsson. And we will do a quick re-roll. And 63. So no cards. But it is going to be a free kick in X for Everton. So free kick X is going to be up to C3. So that's going to be Sigurdsson and C. Oh. $12 is 35. That's a defensive check. So we can come over to the team defense chart. It's a 3, so it's going to be a steal to E, and it's E7. So that's what I'm saying. I kind of have things set up where we can kind of like move pretty quickly once we get going. So we're already in the 4th minute. 25 for player 7, which is Luke Shaw. 27 right here in zone E. That's a defensive check. That'll be a steal to D for Everton and D5. And so we're going to probably have a little bit of this back and forth, and we might have a decent number of fouls because especially Everton has a bunch of foul numbers. Okay, so 5 is Digne. 53 is a 43. In D is out of bounds. Free throw in to Manchester United. So E3, Greenwood. 22 in E. That's 4. E. That's going to be B1. So Fernandez gets it in B. This is a pretty good opportunity here. Can they roll another double or something close? 31. That might be good enough for Fernandez. That's a 10 in B. That's not going to be a shot. That's going to be A2. An incisive pass to Rashford in A. 62 for Rashford is 40 in A. That's going to be a defensive check. They aren't able to get a header to F. Everton wins the ball. So that'll be zone X because it's a change possession X6. Still no shots. 7th minute. Allen is going to have a 15, which would normally be a good roll, but he's not much of an offensive guy. So 39 in X will be a header to F. Your loose ball chart says Manchester United, so it's going to be Manchester United's in X, and it's going to be X1. So for maybe a chance for a good pass here in zone X. And it is. 33 is going to be a 3 in X, which will be D1. So after all those passes, Fernandez will have the ball back in zone D. But a 12 is 46, and that's going to be out of bounds. So a little bit of a slow start for both teams, let's just say that. Throw in D2 for Everton. Calvert-Lewin. 24 is 31, and D, defensive check. Steal to E. That'll be player 3, so that'll be Mason Greenwood in E. For anybody that isn't seasoned with APBA soccer, there are steals. A straight steal, it goes like STE there on my chart. that means it's a straight steal. You don't have to worry about the loose ball chart. It immediately goes to the defending team. There are other ones that are listed, such as header, F, block. Header or blocks have to be resolved by the loose ball chart. So, anyway, just for clarification's sake. So we got Mason Greenwood in zone 3, 16, 46. That's going to be out of bounds. Not much possession being kept for either team here. Throw in E9. That'll be Yerry Mina. .36 in E is going to be a defensive check. Steal the D for Manchester United, D5. That'll be Edinson Cavani. Fine international player. 65, that's 46. Sometimes 65 can be a foul, but instead there's going to be another ball lost into touch, and it'll be a throw-in for the Toffees. 11 minutes, 0-0 without any real offensive chances so far. A couple of good balls into the box, but they can't really get any farther than that. Throw in F10. It's going to be Michael Keane for Everton. And that's a 2 in F, which is going to be B2, so a good pass. Calvert-Lewin has it in zone B. 64, though, is 44 in B, and that's going to be out of bounds. Got to get a couple of doubles rolls strung together here for a team to get a shot. I do use clutch points, and we have 7 clutch points available for Everton. Manchester United has 6. If we get any wacky red card rolls, those will get eaten up with that. Otherwise, we save those for the very end of the game, and kind of like depends on score effects. I try not to use them much for the team ahead. More for the behind team to try and kind of catch back up, but we'll see. All kind of based on feel. So that's going to be throw-in for Manchester United. It's going to be D10. Bailey. 22 isn't going to amount to anything. It's going to be 30 in D, which is going to be a defensive check. Steal the B for Everton. B2. So that's a nice counter-attack option there. Calvert-Lewin with a 43. That's going to be a foul committed. That ends the rush. Lunges in on Greenwood trying to cover. That's the second foul suffered for Greenwood, and we will do a quick refresh. It's a 34, so no card. Instead, that'll be a free kick in zone X for Manchester United. Goes to C, C8. Wan-Bissaka down the flank. 51 is a 39 in C. That's going to be header to A, but Everton is the winner of the loose ball, so it's going to be X3 for Everton. So Sigurdsson and X, 46. Not a foul suffered here. He doesn't have enough rating for that, so 33. I mean, defensive check. Header to D. Everton wins it, so it stays in D with 8. So it'll be Godfrey in D. 16 for Godfrey's 42. Godfrey, I said 42. Zone D is going to be a header to E. Loose ball chart says Manchester United, so it's X6 for them. Anytime you lose a loose ball, it goes to zone X. I like to explain it this way. You can think of zone X for Manchester United as everything from here all the way to there. It's the whole defensive side of the field. And same thing for Everton except the other end. So 6, that'll be Fred in zone X. 34. That's often an offside roll, but he doesn't cause or get offside. So 34 is going to be defensive check. Header to F. Manchester United holds on. So F8. Currently, the possession numbers are really pretty much dead even. Nobody's really been able to pour it on yet. 8's Wan-Bissaka at 33. Normally a good roll for a good pass or shot, but he doesn't have that number. He has 41. In F, header to X. Everton will win the loose ball, so it'll be X4 for them. Ducore, 34. That's 30 in X. Defensive check. Steal to E for Manchester United. E7. Luke Shaw. .36 is 40 in E. That'll be a header to F. Double check. What did they say? It's 36 is 40. Yep, header to F. Everton gets it, so Keane in X now. Everton gets possession. A lot of back and forth here. Keane, 26, will be a foul suffered. So they'll get a free kick. Player ID 5, so committed by Bailey. And number stays the same, 26. So that's not a yellow or red. But it'll be a free kick in zone X. Goes to C7. That'll be Mason Holgate in C. Playing right back here. 51 is 22 in C. That's going to be a pass. D2. Calvert-Lewin in D. 66. This will be our first shot of the game, I believe. Zone D, and that's a 1 on the 66. So we then look at player ID 6 for the assist. Keane is a 1, so there'll be no adjustment, but we will get a shot from Calvert-Lewin. No zone adjust for zone D. He is a 36, so if it's 36 or less, the shot will be on target. It's 11, so that's a shot on target for Calvert-Lewin, and it's going to be up to David De Gea to save it. If it comes up a 10, it's a goal. Otherwise, it'll be a save. I'm going to hit refresh. 16. That is a goal. Goal scored by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Assist, Michael Keane. And in the 20th minute, Everton, the away team, is going to take a 1-0 lead. So, a little bit of a surprise there. I'm going to make a little adjustment here to the score bug. A little surprise there. Neither team was really catching any real momentum there, and then all of a sudden Everton gets a chance on goal, and it gets by David De Gea. One could ask, well, why wouldn't you use the clutch points there? Well, I like to wait until the end of the game at the very least, or to cancel out errant cards, because they do happen a decent amount in this game, especially red cards. You really want to try and limit the number of times that you can get nailed with a red card in this game, because it sort of, I'd say it's one of the mechanisms in APBA soccer that's not the easiest to reconcile. Just in regular soccer, it's not so fun to have one team be down a man. So, that being said, some teams don't get many clutch points, so in that case, you kind of have to roll with it. And Anyway, United finds themselves behind the crowd, giving them some jeers, and they will start the 21st minute with the ball with a kickoff. D7. Trying to get back into this. We'd wait until the second half to do any kind of like tactical adjustments as far as the charts go. Not that I'm too worried about that at the moment. So that's going to be Shaw in D. 44. No, 38 in D. That'll be a defensive check. Everton steals and we'll get a corner kick. That CK, that's what that means. So it'll be a corner kick. First one of the game for either team. It's basically a counterattack. They take a shot. It gets blocked off by the defense. Or a pass gets blocked off by the defense. Goes over the end line for a corner kick. So you can't see the corner kick results there also on this chart. But I'm going to go ahead and do the away team. Pass to area B. Corner ID 1. So it'll be Richarlison in zone B, and he's going to get a shot. So it's Sigurdsson who is the corner kick guy, so he has an assist of 5. That'll be a +1. B is going to be +3, so that's add 4 to 32. So it's a 36 number for Richarlison. It's 45, so it'll be a shot off target. And then let's see, we do a, I'm trying to remember back. I think I do a re-roll on that too. Yeah, the 10 is going to be let me get my book. I'm pretty sure that's another corner kick. Missed shot chart. Off defender corner kick. Yep. Another corner kick for... Yeah, so I haven't played this game in a little bit. The even numbers, except for 2 and 12, are corner kicks. Goalkeeper outlet are the odd numbers, except 3 and 11. 2 and 12 are wide of the net. 3 and 11 are over the net. So... Anyway, another corner kick attempt for, it'll be Sigurdsson again. Another area B shot. This will be to Calvert-Lewin. Again, we add 4 because it's still Sigurdsson. Calvert-Lewin is 36. We're going to add 4 to that. That brings him up to 44. Refresh. 42. That will be another shot on goal. And it's going to be up to David De Gea to make this save. 62 is a goal. Wow. Another goal for Calvert-Lewin. That's 2 in the game. We're going to give Sigurdsson the assist. Wow. And basically within 2 minutes of each other, Everton takes a 2-0 lead. Now we are going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment here. Wow, that's quite a shock there. I don't know. I'm not sure making this adjustment's going to do a whole lot. But it's going to be 4-3-3 for 4-5-1. I think it's just going to mean that Manchester United needs to get a little more lucky. They've been having some bad luck here. It's 2-0. Everton, the away team, goes into Old Trafford and is really laying it on them right now. (22nd minute). So kickoff. E7. Be Luke Shaw. It's kind of like the way the last sequence started. 14 is 36. It's going to be a defensive check. Block to E. Everton's going to get it, so it'll be X3 for Everton. Sigurdsson, 33 is a 3, and X is going to be a pass to B. Well, it's going to be passed around. He's going to end up back in B with it. 15 for Sigurdsson is going to be 23 in B. C1. Richarlison in C. 25 is 8 in C. That'll be A2. Calvert-Lewin in Zone A. Will he get a hat trick in this game? I'm not sure. I guess I've had a hat trick before, but 13 isn't going to do it. That'll be 27 in A. C4. A little bit of possession here for the Toffees. So Ducore in the corner. 16's 39 in C. Defensive check. Header to F. Everton retains E6. Allen, 56. 33. Defensive check. Steal to B for Manchester United. B3. See if they can generate a scoring opportunity from any of these things. That's going to be Greenwood. 53 is 42 in B. Header to A. Everton wins the header, and so it'll be X5 for them. Everton does have the better team rating, so that seems to be playing a lot into this game so far. They have a slight possession advantage. Okay, so 5. 22, that'll be Dean. 39 in X is header to E. Manchester United wins it, so X7. Because the defensive team always starts in X, unless it's a straight steal. 34 for Shaw, that'll be offside. They try a pass, and instead it's a 47, so that's a straight offside. We're in the 28th minute. Moving right along a bit here. So it'll be an indirect free kick, D10. Keenan D, 36 is 44. That's going to be out of bounds. Throw in X8. Wan-Bissaka. 36 is 39 in X. Header to F. Everton wins possession. X9. Mina. 23 in X is defensive check. Blocked F, it'll be F7 for Everton as they win the I want to look something up. They seem to be winning a lot of possession, but I think that's just the way it is. So it's going to be Holgate in F now, 64. 24 in F. That'll be passed to X. And it will be Godfrey. 43 is 33. That'll be a defensive check. That'll be a steal to X for Manchester United. X1. It'll be Fernandez. Just give me a second here. I'm kind of looking at my it is what it is. There's nothing really weird about this. It just feels weird because Everton has taken a lot so far. They're winning a lot of possession, winning a lot of the 50-50 balls and such. So X1, so it's Manchester United. Fernandez gets it. 32nd minute, 45. It's a 30 in X. That's not going to be any good. That's a defense. It's a header to X. They're going to, or header to D. They're going to keep it. It'll be D7. Luke Shaw. Foul committed for Shaw on a 43. Player ID 4 for foul suffered is going to be Mason Holgate. Let's do a refresh. 54, no card. Again, Shaw is 1 card away from a suspension. So it's now a free kick X. We go to C5. Dean. And C. He's left back. We'll put it down there. 25 is 41 in C. Header to B. They will get it. So B5. Dean has it again. 32, 44 in B. Header to C. They win it again. C2. It'll be Calvert-Lewin in C. 66, that's going to be a shot with player ID 5. That's assist to Godfrey, who's a 2. No adjustment for that. Only 1 for zone C, so it's going to take 36 to 41. We refresh. It's off target for Lewin, Calvert-Lewin. Then we do another refresh. That'll be goalkeeper outlet. 35th minute. 2-0 Everton. E5. It'll be Cavani and E. 27 and E is going to be defensive check. Block to E. Everton wins it, so X9. Mina, 14, 37 and X is going to be header to D. Manchester United gets the loose ball. X with Wan-Bissaka attacking the other way. 53 is going to be 44. That'll be out of bounds. Throw in X7. Holgate for Everton. 33. 41 and X is going to be header to X. They win it. X6. That'll be Allen. Uh, 32 for 6 is 29. Sorry, I just was zoning out there for a second. Defensive check. Header to E. Everton. E5. Everton's getting a lot of the possession here. Digne, 61, turns to 42. In E is header to X. They win it. X6. Allen, 39th minute. A 24 roll is a 46. That'll be out of bounds. Six minutes in stoppage time till the break. We've got a throw in. D1. Red Devils really need some kind of a... They'd love to get one right before the half. 55. That will be a 5. And D, that will be a chance at a shot here for Fernandez. Player ID 2 is Rashford, who is a 9. So 9 plus is a 5 adjustment. D gets none. But Fernandez, so he's 33, so it'll go up to 42. 36, 42. Let's refresh. 31, that's a shot on target for Fernandez. It's going to be Pickford that needs the save this time. Hit the refresh. 26, that will be a save. Bear with me a minute here. I need to get yeah, if I just bring that up, that will help me. 4, that's a rebound to C for Pickford, so that's going to be a save. And as you can see, Everton gets the loose ball, so it'll be X7 for them. Good chance there for Fernandez. He just cannot get it past Pickford. 23 for Holgate. It's going to be a foul committed. Cavani is the one who suffers the foul. And we do a refresh. 56, no card. Free kick to United. C9. Van de Beek. Not a very good opportunity here. 63. He's going to commit a foul. And Richarlison is one that suffers the foul, and 41 will not be a card. So free kick to Everton this time. Free kick in X is B2. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. 33 in B is going to be past E, and it'll be 4. That'll be Doucouré. 21 in E is going to be E5. Digne. 12 is 42 in E. Header to X. Manchester United wins it, so X5. It'll be Edinson Cavani in zone X. 44th minute. So 27. It's a defensive check. Steal to E for Everton. E7. We'll have 2 minutes of stoppage time for the 2 goals. 56 for Holgate. 30 in E is going to be a defensive check. Steal to F for Manchester United. F7. Shaw, 33. It's going to be 21 in F. Will be a pass. It'll stay F7. Shaw, 22 is 25 in F. Defensive check. Header to X. Everton wins it. So we're going we're through 1 minute of stoppage time now. X7. It's Holgate again. 13 is 36. Header to E. Get it back. It'll be Holgate and E. 2. So in 11, we'll get him a 2 in E. This will be a shot. And this will probably end the half. Player ID 2 for Everton is going to be it's going to be Sigurdsson, who is a 5. So we get to E is -3, but you get to add 1 for Sigurdsson's 5 rated assists. So we subtract 2 from Holgate. He's 36, so it'll be 34. That's a shot off target for Holgate. And then let's see, what do we have? Okay, it's going to be a corner kick. A third corner kick for Everton. This will be the end of the first half. So the corner kick, past area B. B2, so that'll be Calvert-Lewin. And let's see what happens here. 12 will be 25. It'll be C3, and that will end it. So that's the end of the first half. 2-0 Everton. Toffees come into Old Trafford and do a number on United. Just a very, very low-key first half for the Red Devils. They seem like they're thinking about a midweek game or something. They get one shot on target. Five shots for Everton with 2 on target. Both of them go in for goals. Possession will be 55 for Everton and 40 for Manchester United. Not exactly an exact science, this particular possession, but anyway, going to take a short break here while we're at halftime and just sort of get a quick drink, and we'll be back for the second half shortly. Back here at Old Trafford. Manchester United taking it on the chin here so far. Not a good half from them. They will have to be better in the second half. And yeah, I think this might even call for a halftime substitution, or maybe even 2, but we'll just go with 1. It's going to be Paul Pogba's going to come in Get Van de Beek out of there. Won't be any kind of a change in manpower or whatever you want to call it, but it will be. Excuse me, change in proficiency in the midfield for sure. So Pogba is an 8, so we go by the offensive number. Maguire is an 8, but what we'll do is we're going to move him down and slot Pogba in there to position 4. So I don't even think, I'm not sure Maguire even touched the ball in the first half. It's been a very weird first half, I would say. Maybe Everton have been due a game like this. So I just need to adjust the foul committed numbers. Let's see, Fred is 1. Pogba will be 1A. Foul suffered is 4. Fernandez will be 1. Pogba will be 1A. Assist is 3. He'll be before Cavani. Cavani's 5, so Wan-Bissaka is what, 4? Yep, so he'll be 4A. All right, well, we can't make any we've made the only adjustment to offense that there is. So it's sending them more offensive. Now, what we can do is here in maybe another 15 minutes, we could sub in Martial for, I don't know. See, the thing is if you take a midfielder out for Martial, then you are going to drop your team defense to 2, which at this point you might say, well, you need scoring chances, not defense. But in any regard, what else? Oh, I need to do an adjustment here on my score setup. All right. There we go. So I have a little adjustment that I make so that then the second half clock is correct. We're about ready to go now. It'll be a kickoff for Manchester United. They're probably going to need their clutch points here in the second half because they are having trouble holding on to possession. Maybe Pogba will help with that some. We will see. So the kickoff, second half, D4. That'll be Pogba right off the bat. He's going to get a chance to, and he's got a 3 in D. That is going to be a shot chance for Pogba. Player ID is 5. Well, Pogba would be player 5 because he's 4A. So no assist and no shot change. So he's a 31. Let's see if we can get 31 or less. It's 51. That'll be shot off target. But at least that's a chance at some offense here. Let's see if they can get a corner kick out of this. No, it's going to be over. It'll be a goal kick for Everton. Second shot of the game for United. It still doesn't lead to anything other than a shot. So that's a goal kick. C4. Ducore. 65 is 30, and C is going to be E5. They have just enough of these to hold on to possession. Digne. 23. That's a foul committed by Digne. Second foul of the game for him. And it's going to be suffered by Bruno Fernandes. And let's... Well, I didn't mean to do that, but that's... I'll run it back this way. That's not going to be a card. But that's going to lead to a free kick and X. That'll be B3. Greenwood and B. 15 is 7 in B. That'll be a shot. Player ID 11, so it's going to... No assist here. That would be the goalie, and the goalie doesn't have an assist rating. So Greenwood in B, so we'll add 3 to 26. That'll be up to 33. We refresh, and it is going to be a shot on goal for Greenwood. Pickford will bring it up here. Let's see. Let's hit refresh, and 62 is going to be a corner kick. Another save. Pickford with 2 saves in the game. But a corner kick for Manchester United. Seems like Pogba has helped gain some offensive punch here so far. Past area B, B1, that'll be, well, Fernandes. So he cannot have the assist on his own shot. What we will do is look at player ID 2, which is number 2. That'll be Rashford. He is a 9, so we will use him instead. So we figure Fernandes serves in the corner kick. It doesn't end up. It eventually ends up in B, but it will go off Rashford. So we get a +5 and a +3, so that's +8 total. +5 for Rashford, having a 9 rating. So Fernandes is 33. Let me get my reading glasses. Getting old is rough. Where'd they go? I had them here. Oh, there they are. It's tough to see because I have it off. Yeah, 33. So that's going to be 45. But at 61, that's a shot off target. Misses the shot. Let's see, they get another corner kick? Yes, they do. Past area B, it'll be corner ID 5, so that will be Maguire. It'll be a header shot. So we will use Fernandes for this. That'll be a 5 as well. 5 and 3 is 8. Maguire is 25 up to 41. It's 25, so his header shot does end up on goal. Pickford, is he going to get a 3rd save in this game already? 12 is a goal. That is a goal for Manchester United. That is Maguire from Fernandes. 2-1. It's a game again. Let's see. Maguire, that'll be his 3rd goal on the season. Fernandes, 6th assist. Yeah, Glenn. It's kind of one of the, they can definitely do that in this. That's been one of their things, is they may have a little bit of a slow start to a game, but then they just pour it on. So Everton, I should say, so Calvert-Lewin, he has 5 goals now with those 2 in the game so far, but now it's starting to look a little like Everton's got it out for him now. As they say in jolly old England, it's all to play for now. 50th minute. marking that down as a corner kick. So that was Maguire, assist Bruno Fernandes. United's had some rough seasons here in recent years, but can't deny their history. So, all right, so Everton will get the kickoff. F6. Allen. 34 is 38 and F. Header to B. Everton wins at B10. Keane. He's venturing way up the pitch for some reason. 36. 44 in B is a header to C. They win it again. C7. Holgate. 62. 38 in C is going to be a defensive check. Block to F. They will regain it. F9. Yerry Mina. 54. That's going to be a special result check. And so, going to hit refresh. 32 is a steal. It's going to double check it in the book here. I think that's just a straight steal to X, but let's see. 32. Ball stolen by opposition. Continue play with action procedure. So it'll be X10. Bailey. Did that move at all? I don't think so. There we go. Oh, boy. Well, Everton fans are going to be like, well, that's a bad result. So that goes 1X. That's B1. So Fernandes and B now. 35. That's going to be that's 11 in B is with the offensive tack being 4-3-3. That is definitely a shot for Fernandes. Player ID 8. So that'll be Maguire, who has a 1. Because 8 was actually Van de Beek. We've removed him, so instead it becomes Maguire, who is the 8th guy. All right, so Fernandes has a 33, and it's in B. No adjustment for assist, but you do get 3 from there, so he's going to go up to 36. We refresh, and it's right on the money. That's going to be another shot on target for Fernandes. Pickford's going to have to come up big again. It's early to be using clutch points. Let's see what happens. 33, that's going to be a save. Rebound to B, and we look at the loose ball. Everton gets the rebound, so it'll be X5. Well, Manchester United getting the chances now. But so it'll be Digne in X. 36 is 24, and X is going to be a defensive check, header to F. Everton wins it, F8. Godfrey. We're in the 55th minute. 14, so 44 in F is out of bounds. Going to start thinking about substitutes for Everton here. Andre Gomez. Let's give him a whirl here at some point soon. Everton. Manchester United will probably bring in Martial at some point if they don't get another goal soon. Might anyway. In any regard, it's going to be a throw-in. B2. Rashford and B. Boy, they're getting some good possession points now. 21. That'll be B4. Pogba in B. Special result check, another one of those. It's going to be 66. Pass to A, player's choice. You got to go. You got to go Bruno Fernandes. For one thing, he's good. Foul suffered. If you could win a penalty here, you'd tie the game almost certainly. And he has a ton of shot numbers. So Bruno Fernandes will get it. 24 is 36. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe we should have gone with Rashford. He has a couple pass numbers. Anyway, that's a defensive check. Header to X. Everton gets it, so X9. You make a play, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. 41 in X is header to X. Everton retains possession. X4 will be Decore. 13 is 21. That's going to be a pass to F. F9. They still have possession advantage. Everton does. Mina. 24 is 33, and F is going to be a defensive check. Remains in F. It'll be with Michael Keane. Everton retains possession. 66. Keane is a 1 in F. Well, it's going to be a shot. It's going to be a tough one. He's only a 32, and you're going to subtract 5 for zone F. Player ID 4. It's going to be Decore. He's a 3. I guess you do get one adjustment from that, so it goes to -4. So down to 24 for Keane. It's a long shot, and it's going to be off target. But it is going to get the fourth corner kick of the game. It's the 59th minute. We're getting close to where we think about substitutes. Martial will start getting loose on the sideline. All right, so corner kick for Everton. Sigurdsson pass to area A, A4. That'll be Decore and A. 22. Oh boy, he does not have a shot number at 22, so that's 30 in A. Pass to D to Calvert-Lewin. .44. That will be D5. That's going to be a pass. A1. Richarlison in A. 26. That's a foul suffered for Richarlison. This is a potential problem here for Manchester United. And player ID 11. Player ID is 11. That is the keeper. That is David De Gea with the foul committed. So the first one we do is for the card. Does he get a card? No. All right, so now if it's 11 to 26, this is the way it works with potential penalties. Zone A is in Zone B, but it's a 1/3 component of it. Is that right? Yeah, 1/3. 11 to 26. If we roll this again, it's 11-26. It's in Zone A, and it is going to be a penalty kick. If it's above 26, if it's 31 to 66, then it is a Zone B foul. And it's going to be a penalty kick. Oh my, that's rough. All right. And it's rather weird to see a goalie get a penalty and not a card, but I guess he must have just taken a little too much of the player. So I'm going to do a little bit of research here. I try to be cognizant of what teams did in real life before going and doing things like penalty kicks. Penalty kick attempt. Sigurdsson is the one who got the most of them. Now, one would say maybe you give it to Richarlison because he's the one that got fouled, but we're going to have Sigurdsson do it. His penalty kick number, again, I need my glasses, these 56. So if it's, well, what we could do is we could burn clutch points. That's 5 clutch points to waive off a penalty. And I think United is going to do that. That leaves them with only 1. But this is almost certainly a goal otherwise. So they will burn. Now, of course, that's going to lead to the possibility of red cards, straight red cards. They won't have a chance to waive that off later. But keeping it 2-1. So this will be a direct kick, and it still could end up costing them, because if the direct kick goes in, then it's still a 3-1 lead. So there's some there's some chance to this, right? So you make these choices, and the choices don't always. So we're going to do, because it's a free kick, we're going to be able to do a substitution here, and the question is who we want to substitute. And I think we're going to substitute well, probably not the popular decision on 2 goals, but I think we're going to take Calvert-Lewin off. We're going to bring on Andre Gomez to be a little more defensive here. So Andre Gomez ends up all the way down to 8. Midfielder. And what is this, 61st minute? So, foul committed. So, it'll be 2A, is that right? Oh, wait, let me look at it. Wait, 1. Allen's 4. Yeah, so it's going to be 1A. All right, so then a 1. So 8A, he has an assist of 1, so it'll be just in front of Keane. All right. So we're going to hold off with Martial until a little bit later. So it's going to be a free kick in B for Everton. Pass to A. A2. It's going to be Sigurdsson. Going to have it in A. Not the same as Calvert-Lewin. 42. 35. That's going to be a defensive check. Header to X. Everton will get it back. X10. Keane and X. 13 is 43, and X is going to be out of bounds. All right, let's go ahead and do the substitution here. And Manchester United will drop to a 20. They're going to be taking off actually we're not going to they're not going to drop to a 20. They're going to take Cavani off. he hasn't really been that involved. And they're going to bring on Martial, who is a 9. But he has a lot more shot numbers and shot on goal numbers. So and let's do the adjustments. So 9A. Actually, we can just call him 9. So Rashford is 2. We'll call him 2A. Assist is 3. Okay. So that was a throw-in for Manchester United. F4. So United used 2 of their 3 substitutes. And it'll be Martial right off the bat in F. 31 is 36 and F is defensive check. Steal to A. A1 for Everton. Richarlison in A. 51 is a 9 in A. That's going to be a shot. Player ID 8 on the assist. Allen, he doesn't have a rating. So no, well, I guess we could give him an assist, but you don't get any adjustment. From that, you do get a adjustment of 5. So he goes from 32 up to 41. Refresh. 24 shot on goal for Richarlison. De Gea needs a big save here. 22 he will. Rebound to C. Won by Manchester United, so it'll be X8. It's a big save right there. Keep this 2-1. 8:55, so that's going to be Shaw. 21 in X is going to be X10. 44. 24 in X is going to be a defensive check. Steal to C. C2. Sigurdsson. .24 in C is going to be D2. Sigurdsson in D now. 42 is 35 and D is going to be defensive check. Steal to F. Manchester United takes it. It'll be Wan-Bissaka in zone F. We're in the 66th minute. 2-1 Everton on top. 9 is going to be Wan-Bissaka. A 66 is a 1 in zone F. A shot chance for him. Not a very good one. Player ID 3 is going to be 1, 2, 3. Shaw is a 5. So Wan-Bissaka's 36 with a -4 net is going to be down to 31. The -4 will be 32. That's going to be off target for Wan-Bissaka. Best that Manchester United can hope for is a corner kick, but they don't get that. That'll be a goalkeeper outlet, D7. Godfrey, 24 is 35, and D is going to be a defensive check. Steal to D1. Fernandez, Bruno Fernandez, and D. Can he get a shot number? 64, no. Well, it is 13. In D is going to be B2. So it'll be Rashford in B. So that's a pass at least. 51 is 9 in B. That'll be a shot for Rashford. Player ID 11, so no assist chance. He's a 34, and you get to add 3, so it's going to be 41. 62 off target. Can they get a corner kick? No, it's wide, so it'll be a goal kick for Everton. 68th minute, 2-1. Everton now. Tom Davies is going to get in his little bit of stretching and warming up on the sideline. Maybe try and make another defensive adjustment here. Anyway, so they get a goal kick, E4. Dina and E. 65 is 44. That's going to be out of bounds. Throw in Manchester United E4. It's going to be a special result. 52. Steal to C. 5 and a shot. So it's going to be a steal for Everton. Player 5 is Allen. And then C, and it'll be a shot. And we will use the player ID of 6 for the assist, which is going to be Keane, who has a 1. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Andre Gomez will actually, and he does have an assist of 1. So Allen is 25, so we get to add 1 to make it 26. It's a shot on goal for Allen. De Gea can make another save. 14's a goal. That is the third goal of the game. Allen from midfield is able to put one by. Andre Gomez gets the assist, and it's now 3-1 Everton. '70th minute. All right, well, last gasp substitution is going to be coming in for Manchester United very soon. Daniel James. So it'll be a goal or a kickoff for United. E2. They only have 1 clutch point left. Excuse me, it was a gamble. 52 is 41 in E. Header to F, they lose possession. Keane in X. 66 is a 1 in X. B1. They've gotten the good rolls Everton has, that's for sure. 55, look out. B6 is going to be another shot. Player ID 1 is Dean with a 7 assists. So add 3 plus 3. So you're going to take Richarlison up from 32 to 42. That's 43. It's going to be off target. But it is going to be a corner kick. Area B3. Decore. .24 and B is C2. Sigurdsson. Defensive check. Steal to C. C1. Not out of it yet. 73rd minute. It's 3-1. But Fernandez has the ball in C. And it's going to be 41. Let's see. Out of bounds. All right. This will be where Tom Davies gets subbed in. Who are they going to bring out? All right, they're going to bring out Decore. Good bit of action in this game, that's for sure. Not the action Manchester United fans would want, but I guess you can't have it all, can you? That's the way it goes, I guess. Foul suffered 3, so that's after Holgate. 4A. Okay. Man. All right. What are we in? We're going to wait another 5 minutes for Daniel James. Okay, that was out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw-in X10. So it's going to be Keane for Everton. 62 is 25 in X. Defensive check, steal to F, F9. So Wan-Bissaka, 56 is 36 in F. Defensive check, steal to X for Everton, X9. Okay, 30. That's a defensive check. Header to E. Everton wins at E9. 44 and E is going to be out of bounds. Throw in Red Devils. It'll be F9. Defense is steal to B for Everton, B4. Allen and B. That's going to be a shot. Wow. Assist 1, 2, 3. Davies with only the 1, but it's going to be Allen. 25 up to 32. It's going to be a shot off target for Allen. We scored a goal. It's going to be another free or another corner kick. Allen and B, 52. That's going to be a foul committed. Been a pretty clean half here. Player ID 6. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Greenwood. No card. Okay, so last sub. We're in the 79th minute, close enough. And they're going to bring out Fred. Okay, almost done making these adjustments. This will be the last adjustment before stoppage time, most likely. So that was a foul committed, so it's going to be a free kick C6. McGuire in C. 56 is 22 in C. That'll be a B5. Foul suffered by Pogba in B. Committed by player 2. Davies. No. But we're going to get a free kick from B. To B3, so no shot on goal from that, right? At least from right that. Mason Greenwood. Another special result. 45 is going to be steal to D, check player control. D2, be Sigurdsson a shot. Player ID 8. So Allen would have the assist, but you don't get any adjustment. And in D, there's no adjustment either. So Sigurdsson's 25, and it's going to be shot on goal. De Gea, I'm not even lifting up the card this time. That it's going to be a goalkeeper outlet. So F10. .30 in F. It's going to be defensive check. Block to B. Everton wins it. X7. Okay, that's going to be Gomez. 42 is 37 in X. Header to D. Everton wins it, so D6. $16 for Godfrey. 42 in D is going to be header to D. Everton wins it, D2. Actually, there's also a team defense adjustment for Manchester United now. Something just doesn't quite. So. All right, let's see. Bear with me. I'm just... $33. 66, look up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Huh. Yep. My stuff is right. It's just things aren't easy right now for Manchester United. All right, where was I? It was D2. How did I get to D2? Now I can't even remember. Well, it must have been a Header to D. Everton retains D4, so we're going to go with that. That's what I see there. My bad. So Allen and D is 56. 33 and D is going to be a defensive check. Steal to F from F1. They're going to use their last clutch point, so they'll get to go. It'll be, D1. Now they're out of them. Fernandez and D. 16, 31 and D. That's going to be a defensive. They can't even get that to work out for them. Header to E. It's going to be X9 for Everton. 85th minute. Things are just. It's a rough day at Old Trafford for the Red Devils. 42 for Mina in X. Out of bounds. Throw in D5. Pogba and D. 31 is 40 and D. Header to B. I have not seen Manchester United win a loose ball in ages. Wow. It's just X6. Again, I'm not a big Manchester United fan, so don't play it with that. I'm just saying. There's Everton. 45 for Godfrey. 25. Zone X is going to be a defensive check. Steal to X, X8. All right, something is weird. A49. I mean, that's just it. I'm gonna keep this open. Nah, I'm not. I need to stop doubting. It's the coding is there. It's just had a preponderance of low stuff. All right. So it was a block to D. Everton wins it, so it's going to be X10. 22 is 34 and X is going to be a defensive check. Block to D. Everton wins it. D9. $11 is 2 and D. That's going to be a shot for Mina. Player ID 6. Assist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keane is 1. So no adjustment there at all. It's going to be 23 for Mina. Refresh. It's going to be off target for Mina. It's going to be a goalkeeper outlet. X10. Bailey. It's going to be out of bounds. Throw in. X7. I mean, this is just playing out the game at this point. Very little heart from this Manchester United. The team is tied for first place, but they're going to lose this game. Andre Gomez, 31, and it's going to be 28 and X is going to be a defensive check, header to X. Everton wins at X7. There's one Manchester United one. 64. Header to F, Manchester United wins that. X6. We're going to have, we'll say 3 minutes of stoppage time here. 15 for 6. Maguire 15 is going to be 42. That's out of bounds. Throw in. X3. Digne. 33 is going to be 3 and X is B3. 36 and B is 24. C2. One more rule, 61. 36 in C is going to be defensive check, steal to X5. We'll let Manchester United get one more attack here. It's going to be Pogba, 32 in X, 41 in X. Header to X. Everton wins it. That's your ball game. A goal each in the second half. Final 3-1. Toffees win. %57 possession for Everton. Quite a lopsided affair here. It's pretty surprising. I guess sometimes you just end up with, that's the way it goes. So we have 4 shots on target for Manchester United. Oh, whoops. It's the wrong slot here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total shots, 4 of them on target. So 7 in the second half with 3 of them on target. So pretty good. Much better showing as the. Yeah, Glenn, I'm a little shocked because, I guess I started them in a defensive mode, but really even after kind of like pulling them back into something where they'll get more shots, they still aren't really sustaining attack. Maybe, I guess it's just rolls, but let's see. So what is 3, 4, 5? 12. So basically both teams each had 7 shots in the second half with 3 of them on target. Whoops. Well, not only that, but it's like the rolls on the keeper. Right, you could have had a couple more saves from De Gea, and it's a different game. So, but 57% from Everton seems interesting because I don't really. That team was not the Sean Dyche teams. But you would think that they'd have a little more of a Route 1 philosophy than a lot of other teams. Maybe with Richarlison and some of these other players, that might have been a period where they were playing more passing. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So 5 fouls committed by United. 6 by Everton. I thought there would be more fouls, but I guess the game changed when Manchester United, they had used their clutch points to try and keep a penalty kick from being taken, and instead it sort of just went. That was too much. But it's definitely one of the fun parts about this game is that let me see. See, to do this game I have to have this way up here. So I got to look up here when I talk. Yeah, it's I guess I just didn't really expect that they would hit so much. And I mean, it's definitely all, there. I was looking at my, I've got six. I basically have digital six-sided dice, and a lot of those dice were coming up Everton possession. So and they're already at a one favorability as far as team rating goes. So that adds another probably six chances, maybe a little less than that, but definitely took it that way. Just interesting. I feel like I've had a lot of um, explainable results within this game. With APBA soccer, but the Aston Villa being atop the table is an interesting one. I think they're good, and I think Grealish in that era made him very good. Watkins is a good goal scorer. They've they have some horses, but I just would have thought. I guess I just. But I mean, you have that in every season. Maybe that's what really makes that a good game. A good game is just United has more horses. I mean, it's odd. Like, United started with three guys above 10 on the offensive chart, and I guess Everton had two, but even with that, it went right down to offensive number 4 with player 4. I think Decore. What is he? Yeah, he's a 4. He was player 4 when we started, and he's only a 4. And it took. It was down to player 8 on United before you got that sort of non-productive, and they just didn't get the roles. So interesting, good. It's nice to play this game again. It's been several, probably 3 months. So I should have looked it up. Because again, this helper has some, last updated sort of stuff. But no, I mean it's what you hope for. You hope for good matches, and you hope for a little bit of variability, right? I mean, let's see what happened in real life. That'll be fun. Obviously, Everton was pretty good on the road because they end up with better stats going into road games than they do home games. And I think actually United might be very similar. And the dryer is done. Where are we? All competitions. Wow, Everton started that season strong. Manchester United. Let's see. Home. They lost 3-1. Exact opposite score. Oh, wait, that's home for Everton. Let's get the road. What's the road result? Drew 3-3 at Old Trafford. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess I've had a little bit of an upgrade. The dungeon is now. I mean, it looks more like a true dungeon now. There's a lot of junk in it, a lot of riffraff and flotsam and jetsam hanging around on that old workbench. I really need to go in there and clean it up, but I'm kind of like not very motivated to do it. Another thing I've got to do today is run the old push lawnmower. Not very motivated to do that either, but I probably will have to go out and do that here soon. I may try to recruit one of the children to do it, but that's, some things are just better to do yourself. Then you don't have to go back and look at the places that were missed, right? But yeah, so co-op league for Soccer Blast with the same season, ninth. Interesting. Yeah. I think they were second in real life, but maybe they, I don't know. I guess you'd have to look at the. Let's see. Do they have this? I don't know if Footy Reference has expected goal difference per 90. Let's see. United should be fourth. Everton right about the same, 10. I don't know. Let's see. Not per 90. Yeah, it's the same. Oh well. It's fun. I mean, I really didn't do much upgrade to it. It's just I moved everything to a dedicated desk. So, but yeah, thanks. I mean, I think it helps a lot with displaying things on camera. The sort of plywood, or well, it's not plywood. It's like particle board surface on the other thing. I think would throw the camera for some loops. Would screw up the light. The lighting wasn't very good. This is just a better setup. It's not quite as deep. Like, the depth of it isn't so good, but you could see here in this game I couldn't have all the, I had most of the card. I had all but just the names on cards 1 and 5 visible for each team. So, all right. Well, I guess I better get going here and do some other things. Clean up this game, get some stats in there, mow the lawn, slop the hogs. That's a quote from Christmas Vacation. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this was entertaining. It's a I need to play some more Soccer Blast. I feel like maybe there'd be a point where if I got into enough of a rhythm with that game, it'd be better. So, yep. Thanks, APBA chatter. Chatter. Have a nice day, everybody watching. Anybody watching live that's not commenting, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Maybe I'll get back on here for something else later today or in the afternoon tomorrow, or we'll just leave it at that. We'll see. But enjoy the day.